What's up, everybody? It's James, the Lakeside CEO, and I had a very good question from somebody I wanted to answer because I feel like it will help everybody in the industry. And it's a very good question, and that question went something like this: "Hey James, do you use the phone, or are you on the phone talking to people all day to build your business, or how do you kind of communicate most of the people?" And something to that effect. Okay, now I'm going to answer this question and can be completely honest about a lot of things in the industry. So a lot of you that are big leaders as well will get a very big kick out of this, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, when I first got started in this industry, and I built my first website, started getting a lot of content out there for my first opportunity that I was involved with, I was really just had such an effect out there that people were calling me left and right. I had no problems with putting my personal number out there because I wanted to be a real person. And if somebody took the time to call me and was very sincere about getting answers, I said, I'm going to give them the common courtesy, and I'm going to call them back. That was kind of like my mission when I first got started. Well, I did that, and when I first got started, people would call me, and it was, they talked to me about 10 minutes and just asked me questions, mainly just to see that I was a real person, because, in this industry, there's a lot of people that try to take advantage of others and all that stuff, and I understand it. And I did that, and people would call me, and I would take time out of my day to call people back, excuse me, to call people back and just give them a common courtesy and answer their questions. Okay? That was wonderful. That put a huge amount of people into my business, because I would do one thing that other sponsors would not do, and I would take the time to call people back and talk to them in just a real life, personable way. That works huge for you if you're just first starting out. Now here's the flip side to that. And this is the honest truth, guys. When I started having a lot of success and people started seeing a lot of success, the phone calls really started changing from people really, wanting to join the business and getting involved and having a vested interest with me, to people wanting or demanding free advice to how I was getting those results. So I kind of saw it shift from that to this, and that's when I really kind of had to, it was taking all of my time to call people back, because there were just so many people trying to call me. So you kind of have to walk a fine line between that. If anybody calls me and leaves me a very sincere voicemail and is a courteous person and just all around just a cool person, I'll always take the time to call them back. People understand that I'm very busy and that I have a life too. If people are very courteous about that, then yes, I do make the effort to call people back. On the other hand, you've got some people out there that feel like they are very entitled to know everything that you are doing in your business, and are wanting to get some kind of free advice from you with no vested interest into signing up into your business. A lot of that stuff goes on as well. So you kind of have to walk a fine line between that. I personally have found that it's best to communicate through email. Most of all, the biggest reason for that is it's just easier. I know who people are. If people email me a couple of times, I know who they are, I know what they're asking about. I can send them a link to something that would explain something better, and it's just easier for me. I think it's easier for a lot of big leaders to do that, because it's just, we can sort of keep everything better organized. I cannot take my entire day to call everybody back that wants to speak to me. That's just impossible for me to do. I'm not being rude, I'm not being anything, but it's just a logistics problem. I cannot do that. I do communicate with my members every week through a lot of updates on the training site and that sort of thing. But that's just kind of a matter of personal preference, I think. I do recommend it if you're just first starting out. I do recommend calling everybody back that calls you, because if you're putting content out there that's making people take action to call you, to ask you questions, you're doing great. You're doing wonderful. Keep that up, and you can put a huge amount of people in your business, I'm telling you, if you just take the time to call them back. So I do recommend that when you're first starting out. When you get big and you get up there and you got huge downlines like I do and other leaders do, you can be more selective about how you communicate. Okay, but if you think about it, if you really want to do huge, big things for the business, and you really believe in that business, well, you're going to want to call people back. You're going to want to talk to people about your business. Correct? That's just common sense. A lot of people have this attitude in this industry that everything is just completely automated. You don't have to email anybody. You don't have to answer anybody's questions. A lot of people just sign up, and there's just unicorns and rainbows everywhere, and the money's just flying out of your laptop or your computer all the time because you joined this business opportunity. Guys, nothing could be further from the truth. That's a very lazy mentality, and those people fail miserably all the time in this industry. So I hope this video helps you out a little bit. I hope it gives you a little bit of the truth of the industry about kind of how it works. It's just my personal preference. I mean, I know people that just use the phone all the time, and people call them and they call and they do that all the time. I think from a logistics standpoint and time standpoint, you know, you gotta, and you also, guys, you gotta kind of set boundaries with people. There's a lot of great, wonderful people that are going to call you, and you can put them in their business, and they're going to do huge things and make you a lot of money, and you both make a lot of money together. But there's a lot of people out there that don't kind of have those intentions, and they're trying to get some kind of information from you to share with the people and their opportunity. That, you know, just use common sense and just kind of screen your voicemails, and you'll know who to talk to and who not to talk to. But I do recommend when you're starting out to make the effort to call people back. Guys, I hope you like this, enjoyed this video. If you want more truth and honesty, make sure you subscribe, because I'm fixing to put the truth out there in a big way on this channel. You don't want to miss that. Thanks a lot, guys.